Hello everybody, my name is Contrice and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming to my channel, thank you for coming. And if it is your second, third, fourth time or whatever, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about a really good topic. It's about, are you aiming too low when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your goals? I'll just start off with a little thing. When I was in the military, when I was in the Air Force, the slogan at the time was aim high. And I absolutely loved that slogan. I thought it was a really good slogan because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my life. And that kind of drew me to the Air Force. Their slogan, aim high, just makes you think that you want to be the best. You want to do the best. So in order to do the best, in order to be the best, you have to realize your self-worth and the belief in what you can do. Because if you don't believe totally within yourself and you have a low self-worth or low self-esteem, you're more likely to sabotage opportunities in careers, in different positions, and also in relationships. And that can also cause you to aim low because you don't think that you're worthy of getting certain things or doing certain things. So you'll start questioning whether you are the right one for the position when all along you're totally meant to do it. Or you may not even apply for certain things because you don't feel that you fit the criteria for it, and you do. So having a good self-worth and just being confident within yourself is super important for reaching your goals and also going beyond what you think you're capable of doing. Attainability is also a very, very, very important thing. It's really hard for people to see themselves doing something that they've never saw before. God opens up your vision as you begin to open up your mindset. So as you begin to open yourself up in your mindset to different things, God will begin to show you certain things. So for example, for me, I started being around millionaires. And I started being around people who, have boats and who have like really nice things and have all these different things. And once you start seeing these things, you know that it's attainable. But when you're in a bubble and all you see is your neighborhood, your city, where you grew up, it's really hard for you to see yourself in anywhere else. You feel like it's really far off. Like that's why a lot of people, when they see people on TV or in different positions, they think that it's some way far off imaginative environment and only certain people can attain those things. But those people are somebody's cousin, brother, sister, or whatever, and they came from a town or somewhere like that. So when you see certain people in those positions and you know certain people in those positions, it makes it a little bit more realistic to you. So those being in a position to see certain people in certain positions lets you know that it's possible. That's really one of the main keys to seeing whether you can do something or not, is whether it's attainable to you. One good example is Jay-Z. I remember seeing an interview with Jay-Z a long time ago, and he was in the room with Warren Buffett and somebody else, and he seemed really uncomfortable in the room. They're both billionaire guys, and this was a long time before Jay-Z became a billionaire brand. And I think being in that position actually got him to realizing that he can do it. You have to surround yourself around people who have more than you, and you can't be afraid or jealous or envious or anything of people that are in those positions, because they can teach you things. They can show you how to get there. They can show you the ropes. They can open up doors for you. So you have to be willing to allow yourself to be in those positions. But the only way you're going to be able to get in those positions in the first place is if your mindset is correct, because all you're going to do Take it from me. All you're going to do is, if you're in a position where of influence and you're around people that have these great things and you're not ready and you're not in the right mindset, you'll just mess it up. So God will allow you to be in those positions when mentally you're ready and prepared for it. And honestly, that's the best way to be, because you don't want to be in a situation too soon. So what goes into that also is who you surround yourself around, as far as just on an everyday basis, like your friends. So I have a chapter in my book that talks about the right relationships. So that goes into, and that's my book with Damaged Petals She Arose, and you can find it on Amazon. The link is in the channel banner, or you can go on any bookstore online and find it. But your spouse, if they're not feeding into you and they're not cheering you on or helping you to get to your goals, or even telling you, hey, you're aiming too low, or hey, you know, that ain't the right way to go, then what are they doing? And your family, your friends, everybody should be a positive asset to your life. And if they're not, then you have to learn how to be able to cut people off. And that's not a negative thing. It's not a bad thing. But in order for you to excel, you have to be willing to cut off the dead weight, because you have to have the right people around you. And it's nothing against them, but you have to know what you want, and you have to be willing to put on the blinders and go full speed ahead into your destiny. So that is very important, who you surround yourself with on an everyday basis. Maybe you're trying to get a job or a position and you keep facing resistance. They may not see your value. They may not see your value because you're aiming too low. And you say, well, how is that? If I'm aiming too low, then how are they not seeing my value? I'll give you a perfect example. I love thrift shopping, going to consignment stores, going to antique shops. I love it. I get a good thrill from it, because I love finding items that the people who have the store don't quite know the value of. Garage sales are really good for this. A lot of times, especially estate sales, you'll go places and a lot of times people are just trying to get rid of the items. They don't care what it is. They don't even look into how much it's worth or how much they can get for it. They will just give it out. They will just give it to you. And I have found some really, really, really good items that are worth a lot, because the people who were giving it away or selling it didn't know the value. And a lot of times with that happens with antiques. You can find something that is a really, really, really good deal, and you pay a couple of dollars for it and it's worth hundreds of dollars. So if you're aiming too low and you're trying to get a position and they don't know your value, because their view is so limited and it's only like, this is what we're trying to do and we're not even up here, they may overlook you. So sometimes you have to take that resistance or that rejection and just say thank you, because the right people will see you. And if you aim high enough, or you see your value enough, then you will find the right people. The right people will come to you. That's just like antique cars. To some people, they are raggedy junk, but to the right people, they're like, I'm going to take that, build it up, and it's going to be worth so much money because it's so valuable. And it's also not about money. It's not about money. First and foremost, it's about the kingdom. It's about God. Matthew 6:33 says, seek ye first the kingdom, and then all things shall be added on to you. So that's aiming high to do things for God, for the kingdom comes first. And once you set that thing into place, everything else will be added onto you. The success, the fruit, is secondary to God coming first in whatever you're doing. So aim high in making sure you're doing whatever you're doing for God first. And last but not least, your only limit is you. At the end of the day, your viewpoint, your mindset are the things that can hold you back. But when you really truly know what you want, when you know yourself and you refuse to get anything less than that, you have to be willing to say no to anything that does not line up with that, and just continue to work towards your goals and dreams. Aim high. Don't tell everybody what you're trying to do, and write your vision out. Make your vision plain, and don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about what they have to say if they don't see it, if they don't get it. Just aim high, and wait for God to continue to work it out for you. Because if you see it in your mind or you see it in your life, it's possible. Even when it doesn't look possible to man, with God, all things are possible. So just keep going and continue to aim high. Thank you, and I will see you next week. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you.